For the past year, we've been hearing all these leaks about the next iPhone, and they're not just hinting at a small update. It feels like we're on the edge of something big, a real generational shift. And today, we're going to piece it all together.
So, is this the biggest iPhone upgrade we've seen in a long, long time? I mean, we're asking because the evidence is just piling up and it's too compelling to ignore. We're not talking about just a faster chip or a slightly better camera. We're talking about fundamental changes to the iPhone's design, its power, and what it can actually do.
So that's what we're going to do right now. We've taken a whole year of credible leaks and boiled them all down to give you the clearest picture possible. We're going to break down what the rumors are saying piece by piece to see if this really is a total reinvention of the iPhone.
All right, let's kick things off with what you've noticed right away: the look and feel of the thing, the physical design. And honestly, the leaks suggest Apple is making some really bold and frankly pretty surprising choices here.
Okay, so this one is a bit of a head scratcher. One of the biggest rumors is that they're switching back to aluminum. I mean, Apple made such a huge deal about titanium, right? So why go back? Well, the rumors point to some really practical reasons. Aluminum is lighter, it gets rid of heat more effectively, and that's a key detail we'll come back to, and it's easier to produce in a sustainable way. Now, the most radical change visually is all happening on the back. That classic camera square, yeah, rumor has it that's gone. Instead, we're looking at this massive aluminum rectangle that actually matches the phone's color. This feels like more than just a style choice. It's a huge hint that the entire camera system has been re-engineered from the ground up. And of course, a new design means new colors. Get this, for the first time ever, we might get a Pro Orange iPhone. How cool is that? And alongside a new blue and this really fascinating color called liquid glass, which is supposedly a glossy white that kind of shifts in the light, it seems like Apple's going for a much bolder vibe. Okay, so that's the outside. Now let's dive under the hood. Because all these fancy design changes, they're apparently being powered by an equally huge leap in the phone's core tech. And we're talking about way more than just a simple speed increase. So, at the very heart of this beast is the rumored A19 Pro chip. And the whole idea here is twofold. First, give you a massive performance boost for those really demanding apps and games. But second, and just as important, be way more efficient to stretch that battery life when you're just doing everyday stuff. And feeding that new chip is a rumored 50% jump in RAM. We're talking 12 gigabytes. Now, this is not just so you can keep a few more apps open. No. This is the fuel for the next generation of on-device AI. Having more RAM means much bigger, smarter AI models can run right on your phone, making features faster, more responsive, and way more private because your data isn't being sent to the cloud. Okay, so with all that power, how do you keep it cool? Well, Apple is supposedly borrowing a trick from high-end gaming PCs, a vapor chamber cooling system. Basically, it's a super efficient way to pull heat away from the processor. And what does that mean for you? It means the phone can run at peak performance for way longer without slowing down. This is absolutely huge for gamers, and honestly, for the long-term health of your battery too. And all that power, all that cooling, it's all being funneled into what might just be the single biggest camera upgrade we have ever seen on an iPhone. Seriously, the leaks here they're revolutionary. Whoa, okay, just look at this. This is a massive leap. It's not just the main camera getting the love anymore. The rumor is that all three rear cameras, main, ultra-wide, and telephoto, are all getting 48 megapixel sensors. The amount of extra detail, the improvement in low light, this unlocks some seriously powerful new features. And they didn't forget about the front. The upgrades are happening all around. The selfie camera is also rumored to get a huge boost, doubling the 24 megapixels. So your photos are going to be way sharper. But think about your FaceTime calls and live streams too. A big improvement there. Okay, before we get to the absolute biggest camera leak, let's do a quick and dirty breakdown of something important. Optical zoom versus digital zoom. Optical is the real deal. It uses actual moving lenses to get you closer without losing any quality. Digital zoom, that's just a fancy way of saying you're cropping the picture and you always lose quality. Got it? Good. Because this is the game changer. The rumors are pointing to a single telephoto lens that can physically move to give you a smooth, continuous optical zoom anywhere from 3.5x all the way to 8x. This has never been done on an iPhone. It means perfect crystal clear quality at any zoom level in that range. The creative freedom this gives you it's just on another level. And of course, all this new hardware opens the door for new software tricks.
Those big 48 megapixel sensors, they finally make 8K video possible. Plus, you'll supposedly be able to record with the front and back cameras at the same time, right in the main camera app. And for all you serious photographers out there, a brand new Pro Camera app could give you full manual control over everything. Finally!
Okay, let's take a breath. We've got a new design, a new engine, a mind-blowing camera. But what about the stuff that affects you every single minute you're using the phone? Let's talk about that all-day experience. Battery life. This is a big one. For the first time ever, the iPhone 17 Pro Max is rumored to have a battery over 5,000 milliamp hours. That's the biggest battery ever put in an iPhone. Now you combine that with that super efficient A19 Pro chip we talked about, and we could be looking at some truly epic, maybe even multi-day battery life. And when you do finally need to charge, it's going to be way, way faster. Standard wireless charging is said to jump to 25 watts. And MagSafe, it could get a wild boost all the way up to 50 watts. That means a lot less time stuck to a charger and more time actually using your phone. And finally, a small change that could make a huge difference. The screen is rumored to get a new super advanced anti-reflective coating. So what does that actually mean for you? It means a screen that is dramatically easier to see outside, better contrast, better clarity, even when the sun is beaming right down on it. A huge quality of life win. So, okay, we've gone through a whole year's worth of leaks. Let's pull it all together. What are the key things that really make this feel like a brand new generation of iPhone? I mean, when you really look at it, a variable optical zoom lens, a complete redesign with an aluminum frame, a crazy cooling system from a gaming PC, and 48 megapixels on every single rear camera. Yeah, it's pretty hard to call this just another yearly update. And that's really the bottom line here, isn't it? When you add up all these leaks, the new look, the new guts, that insane new camera, the picture they paint isn't just an iPhone 16s. It feels like the start of something new, the beginning of an entirely new generation. Now, of course, these are all just leaks. We have to wait for the official word. But it does get you thinking, right? If all of this turns out to be true, which one of these features would be the biggest game changer for you and how you use your phone?